Hey guys, Bronco Carl 92 here. So it's Wednesday, July 31st, and we're continuing on with our V10 to diesel conversion project. So let me show you what I got. Alright, so last night looks like the elves came. They're such good little elves. And painted my frame for me. That's looking good now. So in preparation for the diesel, I'm gonna pull those two heater hoses off. That one little pipe that's sticking up in there, that's the old air system for the air tubes that will go into the catalytic converter for the emission control. That's got to be removed. Obviously the exhaust has to be pulled out. That fuel line right there is the gas fuel line. I got to drain the tank and pull the tank and that line. The cable next to it's the kickdown cable. I just have to remove that. I have a new one that's on the engine. And these tranny lines have to come off. And I think that's going to be pretty much it. I have a new receiver dryer, so I'll pop that on along with the new AC lines. I'll probably maybe put the AC lines on after the engine's in. I'm going to try to do everything in reverse of removal. So I mean, like I pulled the front of the truck apart, I pulled the whole AC system apart, and then, you know, like I said, pulled the engine. So I think we're going to try to do it that way. So let me get started, and I'll put you on as I make some progress. Oh, one more thing. Got to change that torque converter. So we have this this built torque converter over here that we're going to put in there with the correct stall speed for the diesel engine. So anyhow, we'll put you back on in a bit. All right, so we're making some progress. I got the trans lines out, the exhaust is out. The air injection reaction tube is out. I actually had to cut that in half, which I didn't want to do, but there was no way to get it out between the body mount and the frame, so I'm not reusing it, so who cares really. I got the gas tank out, and we got to do a couple of things to the gas tank. I've got a new sending unit. Well, a used sending unit, but so that basically goes in place of that. So we have a feed and return line. There's actually no pump in this. It's just a straw that goes down inside. And over here there's the old filler neck. Hang on a second here. And there's the new filler neck. Looks the same, but of course there's a provision for diesel fuel, and of course a nice new cap. And I took the sticker off the gas door that said unleaded fuel only. So I hooked the fuel pump up. I only got like a half a gallon of gas out, which I thought was kind of odd. So I said, oh, it must be empty. So I went to take the tank out, and there's a few gallons of gas left in there. So I'm gonna see if I can hotwire the pump right now and pump the rest out, and then I'll show you guys swapping the sending unit. So I'll put you back on in a sec. Yep, so that's what we have. Still some fuel in there, so we're pumping. All right, so we're still pumping. We got about 4 gallons of gas out now. So I figure in the meantime, I'll pull the converter out. Save some time. So anyhow, I got this tool I made here out of a screwdriver handle and a fine thread bolt. Make this a little easier to manage since this thing weighs a ton. Alright, so I got our new converter here. Got the handle on it. And I poured some ATF into it. Not a ton, so I don't want to spill a lot of it and waste it. Not enough so it's not totally dry. I just had a bad moment over here. Actually, I knocked the camera over. And I thought I screwed the lens up on it, but it seems to be okay. The only thing is the lens cover isn't closed now. But because I did that, I missed showing you guys replacing the front seal on here, so sorry about that. And of course, this one's much heavier because it's a billet. See the little bit of fluid that I put in there is coming out the cool line fitting. Alright, so the tank stopped draining. I'm going to do the sending unit next. Alright, I actually replaced the fuel pump on this tank. It was back last October or November. I did a video on it. In case you didn't see it, what I did to get the lock ring off. So I have a special wrench for it. Take this ratchet strap here. Dead blow hammer. Tighter baby. Good thing I don't smoke. That should make the missus happy. She likes when I smell like gas. It's just about dry. I'm going to pour that out. Alright, I don't know if I recommend doing it that way, but I got the last little bit of gas out. I tipped it into a bucket and not much came out. I guess because this is not really the lowest point when you flip it over. There's tubes on here that actually extend in the tank, so it just wouldn't come out of there. So I used a paper towel and I just kind of soak it up and squoze it out. Get your hand clean, but I don't think that's a good idea to do that. So here's our new sending unit. tell you, it's amazing. This piece, new from Chrysler, it's like 400 bucks. There's not even a pump in it. So I managed to pick this one up used. The other alternative would be this company makes a thing called a draw straw. Basically, you just take, whatever setting unit you have, just gut it. Replace this tube here, the draw straw. So I guess my old pump, taking that out. I'm going to sell that. Maybe I'll go with the motor. That's that. All right, there's my fuel feed and return lines that I got from Classic Tube in New York. I just took the shipping bend out of them and stick them under the truck now. There's a lot of little fiddly things that I got to do now, I guess, before we can start putting the motor in. So we get them in and hang this tank, and we'll take it. One thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was neat was I got these lines in place, and I think the thing that was cool about it is that the clips that are on the frame are all ready for the lines. I mean, yeah, I know it's not that big of a deal, but I think it's kind of cool. They fit really nice. Classic Tube does a real good job with, sorry for the shaky cam, with their lines. So anyhow, it's lunchtime. Alright, so I pushed the truck back in the garage. It's all prepped. We're all ready to go. I tidied up some of the wiring a little bit. The engine here, I primed the fuel system on it, and that's pretty much it. So let me get this thing hooked up on the hoist and let's get installing. Alright, the engine's in. Sorry, no action shots, but I don't know if I forgot to set the camera up or what happened. So yeah, she's in. Trans is bolted up, motor mounts are in. Basically, the way you have to put it in is you had to get the motor into place with the motor mounts off, and then bolt the trans up, and then get those motor mounts in down there. It's not fun. So anyway, I'm really beat now, so I'm going to push this thing out of the garage, and I don't know, I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. So I'll bang this up, and I'll upload it, and you guys can get to watch it. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.